name is Keeyonardo, and all my life I've been told what I could not do, what I could not accomplish, what I could not dream, what I would never be able to do, what obstacles I could not overcome, what I was too weak for, what I wasn't strong enough for. I've been faced with mountains of various sorts. Well, I've struggled, I've stressed, I've broken down, and all that. Everything that the average individual would do when life fully gets the best of them, when the storm begins to beat up against the boat, and not only beat up against it, but also begins to overturn the boat. As a kid, I always had dreams and ambitions of playing pro football. It started at a very young age, Pop Warner, flag, and at every stage I dominated. I was always the small guy. I was always the guy that had to work the hardest, to jump the highest, to be able to run with anybody that came against me. And I accomplished all of those things through hard work and determination. But then at the end of the road, your journey is always put into the hands of those that have to take a chance on you. Those that says, well, either you're going to or you're not going to, before ever even giving you the opportunity to succeed or fail. Their minds are pretty much already made up. The agents, the coaches, the owners, the investors, dream makers or dream breakers. And at the end of that road, for me personally, all I heard was, sorry kid, just too small, you're just not gonna make it. They chose the other guy. You're good, but they don't know if you're gonna be good enough for the big boys. Doubt is what they have. I don't know what to tell you, kid, but follow your dreams. All of those things is what I heard. It was never, you don't have it. It was always, you don't have enough of it. And at every stage, I dominated my opponents. I felt as if, what more could I possibly do? Anger, bitterness, the fear of what's next to come. It all began to suffocate my mind, to suffocate my heart, to suffocate my ambition to succeed, to suffocate my will, to suffocate what I knew most, which was winning beyond all naysayers, against all doubt. And at that point I felt like I flatlined, completely flatlined. The boy is dead is what they said. No more left, no more drive, no more determination. He no longer understands his self-worth. He no longer understands what God has instilled in him. He no longer pays attention to the obstacles that he already have defeated. He's only paying attention to the one that he really feels that he can't defeat. Everyone is always going to say what you can't do. And that's not what makes or breaks you. What makes or breaks you is when you look at yourself and say, I can't. Flatline. Flatline. At that point, when I'm spiritually, physically, emotionally, consciously and subconsciously paralyzed, not even being able to speak, the voice inside me cries a silent cry that says, dear Lord, can these dry bones live? At that point I feel that God came into my prayer and said, get up. There's no need for me to pick you up because I've already given you what you needed to succeed. I've already instilled something in you that you've overlooked for so many years. You put on the back burner because you wanted to do things how you wanted to do them. I made you great at playing ball, but I made you greater at being an artist. You couldn't see being an artist as one of your greatest feats. It's one of your greatest attributes. You only saw playing ball. So in essence, you only saw what you wanted to see. So as you lay there on the ground, you remember. You remember what it is that I put in you. And if you were without strength and without the ability to rise on your own 2 feet, on your own, I would reach out my hand and I would grab you. But since you still have energy left and you've paralyzed yourself, it's going to take yourself to get up, stand up and be strong. So you do it if you want to, and if you don't, it's going to be up to you to stay there as long as you will. At that point, I chose life. I had to make a decision to choose. I had to make a decision to understand what it was that I was meant to do. I had to make a decision on if I was going to succeed or if I was going to fail. I had to make a decision as to if I'm going to be a winner or if I'm going to be one that loses. Am I going to walk in glory or am I going to lay in destruction? Am I tired of overcoming obstacles? Am I tired of winning? Because I'm not getting the reward that I feel is correct, is it not the reward that God feel is? I got up, I picked up the pencil, and the Keeyonardo project is born. The Keeyonardo project. Now when I draw, I hear voices saying, "You'll never make it. You'll never make it. You'll never make it. You'll never make it. Too short. Nah, he's too short. Nah, we're past him. He's too short. Nah, he's not gonna make it. Nah, can't run with the big boys. Nope, can't jump. Nope, too small. It's too small. Nah, he doesn't have enough. I'm sorry, but you just don't have enough. I want more. Nah, maybe next time." So every stroke of the pencil is a stroke of a testimony, a stroke of determination, a stroke of destiny, a stroke of success, a stroke of remembrance of where I was, where I'm at, and where I'm going. I draw. I've been commissioned to draw for individuals all over the United States. And when I'm commissioned to do a portrait, when I'm commissioned to draw a piece, it's not just drawings. When you see my work, it's not just a drawing. It's not just me putting a pencil to the paper and creating this individual with my pencil. That's not what it's about. When you see my drawing, you are literally witnessing a piece of my testimony. When you receive my drawings, you are literally receiving a piece of my testimony. You are becoming a part of my divine intervention that I personally have with the Lord. You are a piece of the Keeyonardo project. Everyone has a story, and this is mine. My name is Keeyonardo, and I am God's project. And drawing is my testimony.